And the absence of the executive director of REDAC, Maximilian Jordan, directing the results of an autopsy to determine what must have happened. And after more than a month of dismal calm, it was a shocking discovery of at least 3 fresh corpses. Out on our respective commons, at least 3 fresh. Correspondent Annie Collins.
Sunday morning of April, the food nations, their common denominations are that they were killed in similar circumstances, bare bodies, hands tied, fractured, hearing some gunshots on the night of Saturday breaking Sunday. Nobody can say with certainty who among the killings. Some persons spent several hours particularly guarding the dead body that was at hospital roundabouts.
The families are waiting answers. Once more, Sheriff Saleh.
The Shehood Kerry over the weekend in the Malatam neighborhood, just outside the city center. The 3 children, all classmates at the local nursery school, reportedly collapsed within hours of each other. The cause of their death remain unknown, but early accounts possibly rat poison. Authorities have yet to confirm, attended by devastated families and neighbors. How did the children to understand the circumstances of the children's death?
If the village, this was swept under.
Residents of the village of Maga are angry. Sitting on the ground, they are voicing their opposition to the appointments of their new chief. According to the villagers, the late chief's succession was tampered with despite being validated by the Lamido.
S'il te plaît, s'il y a le gouvernement ici au Cameroun, il faut que le gouvernement les aide.
The discourse surrounding the appointments began during the months of Ramadan. Villagers claimed that in the chief's will, his son Sule Adzo was supposed to succeed him as the leader.
Avant que Ardo décède, le père avait d'abord choisi son fils qui s'appelait Ardo Sule.
The dissenters of these appointments have been detained at the Toujours Gendarmerie cell located in the Benue division of the North region of Cameroon. Tensions remain high in these parts of the region.
Thanks very much, Maureen D. And the first hearing of the case pitting the state of Cameroon and against the organization and incomplete files. Sheriff Saleh.
The long-awaited trial of barrister Alice Com, Maximilian Ngombe, and the Central African Human Rights Organization REDAC against the state of Cameroon was due to begin this April 7, 2025 at the Court of First Instance in Douala Bonanjo.
And that's exactly what I'm saying no to.
Barrister Alice Com, a renowned human rights lawyer and trailblazer for LGBTQ rights in Cameroon, appeared in court alongside an impressive defense team made up of over 20 lawyers, including the former president of the Cameroon Bar Association, Barrister Akere Muna. The presence of a huge number of lawyers underscored the gravity of the case, which is being closely watched by the international observers and rights groups.
Because she knows exactly what she's doing and the consequences that can come from her action.
However, the hearing have been postponed. After one of the accused parties failed to appear in court. The judge summoned under the status of REDAC be produced in court.
Damo from Yaoundé.
The United People The United People for Social Renewal POS Party has sworn in its first secretary, Serge Espoir Matomba, as candidate. The 46-year-old politician was unanimously chosen April 5th during the party's third Congress in Yaoundé. This was in the presence of many political figures, civil society actors, traditional authorities, some of whom took turns to remind Cameroonians on the stakes of the upcoming.
Tonight, today, tomorrow you might not have a voice in this country.
The agenda of the day was unfolded religiously and in a solemn atmosphere. The nearly 2,000 delegates made their choice of the one fit to carry their hope and realize their dream. Serge Espoir Matomba was candidate for the presidential election. Accepting the confidence bestowed on him, the POS presidential hopeful says it is high time to rewrite Cameroon's history from a Cameroonian perspective, adding, we need our own identity, questioning who we are.
Qui sommes-nous au juste? C'est pour cette raison que nous avons besoin d'adopter une langue national.
The candidate then released new vision after the presidential race. One, to build a united, strong Cameroon. Base for Cameroonian identity, a proud one for that matter, what the young, fresh POS leader had prepared for his fatherland.
Thanks very much, Beatrice. This call was made during Dangin.
Cultural and youth associations play a key role in facilitating community engagement, development, and enhancing the quality of life in their members. But nowadays, fewer youths are motivated to engage in associations. This debate conference in Yaoundé is aimed at bringing ideas together on how to change the narrative.
It is a great move for us to sit and brainstorm on the importance of associative life, which is very important for us youths of Badenkop, especially those in Yaoundé.
Panel discussions focused on social integration of youths and the role of
promote their culture, which in their heritage. We inherited the culture of associative life from our parents, and we encourage youths of today to do the same by taking over from us.
The take-home message after the forum is that Badenkop youths must resolve to get active, attend village meetings, and take part in decision-making for their own good.
And so with the growing demand, the demand is on a sharp rise, but then the expectations for below professional standards, Maureen D covered that for us.
The MC profession is thriving as numerous events in Cameroon and globally seek skilled presenters to engage the audience. To meet this growing demand, the MC Academy organized a training session to equip young people with the skills needed to excel in this field.
Information is graduation.
A good master of ceremony must possess several qualities, including a strong presence with the public, charisma, and eloquence. These are just a few of the key skills taught to these passionate young aspiring event presenters during the training.
As a master of ceremony, it's changed a lot of things to connect, and that's going to help me a lot in my career.
The MC Academy successfully gathers youths from cities such as Bamenda, Yaoundé, Ngaoundéré, Douala and Boya, offering them valuable coaching sessions led by experienced mentors, including Aimé Catherine Mukuri and Steve Fonkam.
It's amazing.
At the MC Academy, hands-on practice is emphasized as the key to success. The Academy's mission is to transform these young participants into skilled and reputable masters of ceremony.
Nous avons 300 étant les standards.
Over the course of 3 days, these young individuals gain the necessary tools and techniques to excel in the industry. With the fundamentals in place, they are now ready to impress audiences at concerts, weddings, award ceremonies, and corporate events.
Maureen D drawing the curtains for this edition of the 6:15 with me, John Henry at Timber. Thanking you for being there with us. Of course, coming up is violence and domestic violence, of course. From all of us, it's goodbye from me.